fatigue, joint pain, muscle weakness. Like I could hardly function. I mean, you understand,
right,
you know, like you're laying in bed all the time, and I just,
my old song.
I just kept pushing through, and I'm, you know, I was young. I was 17 when I first started getting symptoms, and so, you know, I'm thinking it's in my head, and I struggled with like depression and anxiety, because it was like, it was just a whole combination of things. And anyway, so that was for 8 years, just going to different doctors, trying to find an answer, No one could give me the answer. Then my brother was diagnosed with Lyme, like a little over a year ago, and he was in Arizona for 2 months getting treatment. So my mom and I went down to visit him and my dad while we were there, and while we were there, I got tested for Lyme. I didn't think I did have it. Anyways, I found out not even a year ago, so September, I found out that I did have Lyme as well. His was more extreme and just accelerated. And anyways, so this whole past year, just been going to different doctors, and going 4-5 days a week to different doctors, doing treatment and stuff. And I stopped working. I couldn't even work. I don't know how I worked before, because I barely could get through the day, and I'd go home and just completely crash and sleep and cry a lot. My husband, he's right there. He's awesome. He's been with me for a long time. So we just had our 5-year anniversary this week. But he, anyways, so yeah. So this year has been kind of a whirlwind. Luke got healed about 3.5 months ago, 4 months ago. When was it? April, March? March. Okay, so he was healed in March. And so first, okay, I have to say Amico has a huge part in this, like helped a ton. Luke went to Amico, and I went with him the first time, and she prayed over him, and he, I think he probably told you about his feet and his arches, you know, and that was just the beginning. Like our faith just kind of took off from there, and we just started learning about healing and like God's will for us to be healed. And you know, we've been Christians our whole lives, but I don't know how we missed that part. You know, we skip over that. Like by His wounds we are healed, and we are healed. And Luke, so Luke was healed, and I mean, it was just a night and day transformation. He was able to eat foods that he could never eat before, and he became a completely different person, like overnight. And anyway, so then as my faith just started to grow, and I just kept learning, I'm like, God, I want to know, like, is there unbelief? Like, I just was, you know, I didn't know what was keeping me from being healed, but I was still just trying to understand it, I guess, like in my head, when really I just needed to like let go and just like accept it. And so anyways, Luke and I were praying. We had been like just learning so much so quickly about healing, and yeah. And anyway, so Luke and I were praying, and I knew at that moment like I was healed, and we cast out, you know, the spirit of infirmity, and it had a hold on us for so long. Just the spirit of sickness, you didn't realize, like, it was straight from the enemy. Like he comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and he was trying to destroy us and ultimately kill us. And
that's right.
And yeah, so he was trying to steal from us and steal the life that God has for us. And for so long He's kept us in this bondage, but it was like no more, you know, like break out, we're broken free. And I'm healed. I'm fully healed. From April 16th was the day that we prayed, and praise Jesus, I'm healed.
Never came back. The symptom never come back since that.
Symptoms. Okay, so here's the thing. So there have been some symptoms that have tried to come back in, and I'm like, no, like
that's it. That's
I'm not,
good point.
No, like you
always devil just like that.
He's trying to lie to me, and it's like these phantom symptoms. It's like, no, I am healed, and I have not gone to the doctor since April. Like in 3 months, and I've been going to the doctors weekly for 8 years. Like I wouldn't be able to function, like not at all. And I'm only on fish oil and a daily vitamin. Like that's it.
Wow, you got the victory.
That's so good. He's so good. And I just, you know, learning to stand on His word. Like as the final authority, you know, and not how I'm feeling, you know, not how, not any symptom that tries to come back in, like, and it's like almost like he's had us in bondage for so long. He's trying to keep us there, and he can't. We're broken free, and we know now, like, the place of authority that we have, and over sickness and over disease, and it's just like so amazing. And then on top of that, so I never, like, so we've been married for 5 years. We've been together since we were 16, so we've been together for almost 10 years. We're going on, it's a long time, okay? And so 5 years of marriage, I have wanted to have a family for, like, as long as I can remember. So I'll try and make this short. But so I got healed in April, and then about, so God had showed me. I'll try and tell you. Well, first I'll just tell you I am pregnant.
Praise God.
And I had doctors tell me, like, I didn't think I'd ever be able to have babies, like, ever, and that was something I wanted so badly, like, sorry. I just wanted to be a mom, and, so, like, even the last doctor we went to, he told me, like, in January or February, he's like, possibly in a year, maybe in a year, you can try, maybe, like, we'll have to see where you're at, and, so I'm healed, and, like, literally, like, not even a week, or maybe a week, almost a week after I was healed, I was with Luke again, and we were just talking about what, you know, God's been doing and what he's been teaching us, and he, like, I had just had this peace about, like, I don't know, like, I had just, all of a sudden, after I was healed, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have babies, like, I'm excited, you know?
That's the faith, that's the faith.
I'm like, yeah, okay, God, that's the next thing. Well, I mean, if you want it, and, so, so in January of this last year, of 2015, end of January, early February, God had told me, well, I didn't know at the time, I was reading in Genesis about Abraham and Sarah, and I read,